If you are a real estate service provider, developer or investor, then it will pay you to know that GMapsVisualizer's upcoming data visualizer tool can dramatically reduce the time you take for area research and analysis, from days to minutes and from minutes to seconds. The data visualizer allows you to create and share interactive web maps using marketplace data. When a user lands on the visualizer app, they will see a menu on the left-hand side, with menu options that are universal throughout the GMapsVisualizer app. For most part, when the user clicks on any of these options, they will land on the interface for the particular option. For instance, clicking on Activity Stream will take the user to the activity stream. The design, functionalities and workflows of the visualizer were developed keeping in mind the needs of the user. The menus at the top and right are explicitly for the GMapsVisualizerDemo2 tool, which will be our main focus in this demonstration. To begin, the user will have to select an area for analysis and enter a location in the address field at the top. The visualizer will zoom in on the desired location. With the location selected, the user can now add a study to the area by clicking the indicator menu at the top. Then, selecting a category and an indicator. And finally, selecting a period of study and frequency of data. The period of study is how far back the user wants to analyze the data for a particular indicator. In this example, the user can analyze the population growth data for the past 12, 18, or 24 months. The frequency of data reflects the amount of data points there are in a given study period. If the study period is 1 year and frequency is monthly, then the growth data from past 12 months will be shown to the user. Likewise, if the frequency was quarterly, then growth data from past 4 quarters is shown to the user. The growth data for the selected indicator is applied to the map, which is also shown in the top left corner of the map. The user will have the option to hide or exclude a particular indicator, as well as change the period or frequency of the data by clicking the gear button. User can add multiple indicators to comprehensively analyze growth trends of the selected region. Clicking on any of the geographical boundaries, which in this case is zip code, the user can view a summary of growth data and ranks for the applied indicators. All legends and rank distributions are explained in a widget at the top right corner of the map. By default, all indicators will have equal significance, but the user will have the option to change the significance of any indicator to their liking. The data will be re-ranked and displayed accordingly. The Visualizer app provides a few options to adjust the settings of the displayed data. For instance, the user can change the geographical boundaries from zip code to block, census tract, county, MSA and state. The user can also change the radius for visualization from 1 mile to 30 miles. They can also filter data if needed. For example, to view on the 20% of the results from the selected area, the user can set data filter from 0 to 20%, which will filter out the bottom 80% and re-rank the remaining data from the selected area. In GMapsVisualizerDemo 2.0, everything will be stored in form of projects. Projects are like workspaces, where real estate developers, investors, managers, etc. can collaborate with their teams and discuss information for a location. A project owner can create a project and share it with people, who then assume the role of collaborators on the project. In this menu, the user is provided a few project quick links, such as save, rename, make a copy, etc. To generate a report for the displaying data, the user can click this button and download, upload to cloud or send a copy of the report to an email address. The menu bar on the right-hand side has 3 key functionalities, and they are: Project Details, where a user can view and set the details of the project, such as project name, project owner, collaborators, etc. Indicator Charts, the second option in the right toolbar, shows the absolute growth plots for the applied indicators, again, based on the period of study and data frequency. The discussions feature allows users to send messages to others in the project and collaborate on their research work. Let's say the user is a real estate developer who wants to build 50 new villas in San Francisco or the surrounding region. The user is looking for areas which are witnessing high population growth in recent months. But because cities are expensive and don't rank well on affordability index, the developer decides to broaden his search to nearby cities and check for population spurts. Further, let's assume he clicks on Santa Rosa, which happens to be a geolocation he's not subscribed to. In Growth Maps 2.0, he can add the location to his subscriptions in a matter of few clicks, and most of all, without leaving the app. Typically, this event can play out in two different scenarios. First, if the user has unused subscriptions, he can use them and add the geolocation to his subscribed areas. And in the second scenario, the user has 0 available subscriptions and therefore will need to purchase one to add the particular geolocation. In this case, the user will be prompted to submit a payment before getting data access for the selected region.